Hi, this is a short video to help you out with one of the bonuses on your final exam, which is a brain teaser question. This is the format of it, not the exact question, but the format. So if you were to write a harmonic minor scale starting on the dominant of the F major scale, what note would be a diminished fifth below the supertonic of that scale? All right, it's in the bonus, so it is complicated, but if we unpack it a bit at a time, you'll be fine. So if we were to write a harmonic minor scale starting on the dominant of F major, so a bit at a time, first we need to know what is that note. What's the dominant of the F major scale? So you know how to write major scales. And you know the dominant is the fifth note of any major scale. So the dominant of F major is a C. What note would be, now it says we're going to write a harmonic minor scale starting on that note. So we write a harmonic minor scale starting on a C. So C, D, E flat, F, G, A flat, B natural because it's harmonic minor, and C. There's our harmonic minor scale. What note would be diminished fifth below the supertonic of that scale? So the supertonic we know is the second note. So the second note of that scale is a D. So it comes down to this. What's the diminished fifth below a D? All right, now we didn't do descending intervals. That's why it's in the bonus, but I'll show you how to do it. So we know that a fifth is always going to be 5 notes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the note we can't change. This is the note we may need to change. We want it to be a diminished fifth. So the first thing you could do is identify what you have. In this case, in the key of G major, we have 1 sharp, F sharp. So that means we'd have a D natural. So that means that this is a diatonic fifth. And you know every diatonic fifth is perfect. So that's a perfect fifth. But we want it to be a diminished fifth. All right, so the top note has to stay the same. The bottom note needs to stay on the same line, but we'll need to use accidentals. So to move from perfect to diminished, the interval needs to get a half step smaller. So this whole semester, we've been using flats or double flats and such to make things smaller. But in this case, we're manipulating the bottom note. We can't put a flat up here to make it diminished. So what are we going to do? Well, if you look at your keyboard, you're going to see a G to a D. That's a perfect fifth. We needed a half step smaller. And we can't change the top note. So we have to change the bottom note. But if you use a flat, you're going to make it a half step bigger. So the way to make it a half step smaller is to move it up a half step. So the interval will compress. It'll get smaller if you move the bottom up. And a half step above G would be, of course, G sharp. And that would be your final answer. Okay, I hope that helps, and I encourage you to give it a shot on the final exam.